Let's learn about the future technologies. Let's learn about the future. Welcome to Hyperfocused Engineer.
Picture asking two people how to get somewhere. The first barely looks up. Whatever you ask, he shrugs and says the same thing. Just go straight. Fast, confident, and a little bit wrong every single time. The second one is the opposite. She studies every detail, reads meaning into the smallest thing, and sends you on a wildly different route each time you ask. One is too lazy to notice the real path. The other is so twitchy she chases every distraction. You don't want either of them. You want the friend in the middle, and today you'll learn why every machine learning model is secretly one of these two friends, and how we find the one in between. Here's the big idea, and it runs under everything in this series. Every model lives on a seesaw. On one end, too simple, it ignores the real pattern in your data. On the other end, too clever, it chases every little wiggle. Lean too far either way, and your model gets worse. The whole game is finding the balance point in the middle. Too simple has a name. Too clever has a name. And the sweet spot between them is where good machine learning actually lives. Let's meet the first friend properly. Too simple is called high bias. Bias just means the model is missing the real pattern. It's the lazy know-it-all who says go straight no matter what. Remember our house price dots climbing from bottom left to top right. Now imagine drawing one flat, horizontal line straight through them. The dots clearly climb and the line just ignores that. It's consistently wrong. That's high bias, and it has its own word too, underfitting. The model is too dumb to capture what's really going on. Now the other friend, and you've already met her. Last episode we drew a wild, wiggly line that curved to touch every single dot. It memorized the examples instead of learning the pattern. That was overfitting. Well, overfitting has a real name, high variance. Variance means the model is too twitchy. It chases the noise, the random little bumps that don't mean anything. Change your data even slightly and this model swings to a completely different shape. High bias ignores the pattern. High variance chases the noise. They are mirror opposites. Here's the part that trips everyone up. As you crank a model's complexity up, let it bend and wiggle more, you trade bias away. Good, right, but you don't get that for free. As bias goes down, variance goes up. You can't push both to zero at once. Turn the dial toward simple and bias grows. Turn it toward clever and variance grows. So somewhere in the middle sits one setting that's just right enough complexity to catch the real pattern, not so much that it starts chasing noise. Let me lock this in with one picture, a dartboard sketched on the graph paper. High bias, all your darts land tight together but off to one side. Consistent and consistently wrong. High variance, the darts are scattered all over the board, sometimes close, sometimes wild, no reliability at all. The friend you want lands the darts near the middle, most of the time. Tight and wrong, or scattered everywhere, you want neither. Back to our dots. Draw three lines on the exact same climb. Line 1, the flat line, high bias, ignoring the trend completely. Line 2, the wild wiggle from last episode, high variance, hitting every dot. And line 3, a clean straight line right through the middle, just right. Now sketch a simple U-shaped curve of error underneath. Too simple errors high. Too complex errors high again. The bottom of that U, that dip in the middle, is your sweet spot. And how do you find it? The same trick from last episode. You check the model on held-out data it's never seen. The line that does best there is the one sitting at the bottom of the U. Screenshot this one. Bias versus variance front to back. 1, high bias means too simple, the flat line that ignores the real pattern, also called underfitting. 2, high variance means too clever, the wiggly line that chases the noise, also called overfitting. 3, they trade off, crank complexity up and you swap bias for variance so there's a sweet spot in the middle. Good machine learning isn't the simplest model and it isn't the most complex, it's the one that captures the real pattern and ignores the noise. Want to see this drawn out beautifully? StatQuest has a video called Bias and Variance, clearly explained, that nails it. 3 Blue 1 Brown will show you the shapes behind it, and Andrew NG walks through the trade-off in his machine learning course. This idea, the balancing act, sits under every model you'll ever build. And speaking of building, we've done enough theory now. Next episode, we stop talking and actually build a real machine learning model from scratch in about 10 lines. Subscribe and let's keep going.